there is the green flag. 5 lights are on here in Jeddah. It's lights out and away we go. I think Alonso got the slightly better start. Perez is trying to come across and cut him off, but I don't think he's done that. Fernando Alonso into turn 1 in the lead from Sergio Perez. Then comes George Russell. Carlos Sainz has under pressure now from Lance Stroll. And then comes Esteban Ocon in the Alpine. Perfect start from Fernando Alonso. Lance Stroll is right on the back of Carlos Sainz. As round the outside of turn 13 goes Lance Stroll and past Carlos Sainz.
And Alonso's been noted for incorrect starting position. Unfortunately, that happened to Esteban Ocon too, of course, and he took a penalty for it. So was Alonso outside of his allotted start box.
There's a lot of jostling for position as they head down the main straight, and there Perez and Alonso. Perez making the move. Alonso stays ahead.
No DRS for 2 laps, of course. They don't open up the rear wings, and it's not available to them. But both Aston Martins flying along nicely at the beginning of this Grand Prix.
Yeah, front right end plate crossley, front right wing, they're damaged off the Piazza. It's taken quite a long time for them to get it changed and send him back on his way, but not at all what he wanted after that superb qualifying.
The FIA stewards have given a 5-second time penalty for Fernando Alonso for an incorrect starting location. You said he was doing aggressive burnouts, Martin.
He was, but he's too far left, yeah.
Fernando Alonso now just 4 tenths ahead of Sergio Perez. Look, here comes Perez. Perez is going for the lead of this race. Into turn 1 he does, locks up, just about hangs on to the track limits, and Sergio Perez takes the lead on lap 4 of this Saudi Grand Prix. And we've got a yellow flag and a double yellow flag waving on the track as well, and it's an Aston Martin, I'm told, that has stopped on the track.
Lance, stop the car. Lance, stop the car, stop on track.
Now, his teammate Fernando Alonso has just gone past the start-finish line and I think has lost an opportunity to come in and box, which they would have taken had this man stopped, I think, about 10 seconds sooner.
Safety car deployed, so now those that haven't yet pitted will grab the opportunity. They will all concertina up into a crocodile behind the Aston Martin safety car.
Yeah, the crumb of comfort is it's better than it was last year for him. Very neatly done for the Red Bull team. In now comes Fernando Alonso. Will he hold on to second place because he's got that 5-second penalty to serve? 2.4 seconds stationary for Sergio Perez, which was a neat stop indeed. This wait will feel like an eternity now for Fernando Alonso and the Aston Martin team, who practice well and get their man out. 2.6 seconds for George Russell. Alonso stays ahead of George Russell.
A relatively cheap penalty, isn't it, while everybody else is out there at safety car speeds against those out on track. It doesn't help you on those coming in the pit lane.
Try to push from safety car line 1 for Hamilton. He just beat it.
Xavi, you should tell me that before.
Copy.
Okay.
No, but come on.
We're going to have a restart here in Jeddah. Sergio Perez will lead us away down the main straight. He's got the jump. Fernando Alonso behind him. George Russell picking up a toe. Max Verstappen waiting. Fernando Alonso covers off George Russell. Perez leads them through the first couple of corners. Behind Russell, Verstappen, then Sainz, then Hamilton, and then Leclerc. And there's 2 Alpines. Gasly and Esteban Ocon getting pretty close. Ocon ahead of his teammate. Max Verstappen will have his rear wing open wide. There it goes. And he just breezes down the inside. That looked like F1 against F2, given the pace difference between the 2 cars. And that is not an insult in any way, shape or form to anyone who's designed that Mercedes car. It's just that the Red Bull looked like it was in a different class. Verstappen, because I'll get some DRS down the main straight, give me even more speed, which I quite plainly do not need to make any overtaking today. And here we go. Alonso has nothing to fight with. It is Red Bull 1, Red Bull 2. Perez over Verstappen. Verstappen is making overtaking look very, very simple today. board now with Alex Albon.
Oh my god, brake failure. I feel like the fronts are just running a bit back.
It's just the B-bell offset that's left, Max. Can't do anything on the B-bell map itself.
I mean, I'm saying the fronts are...
Okay, stand by.
He's feeling a vibration then. That's what he's feeling, a really high frequency vibration, I'd imagine. Whoops. That didn't look too much like the track there for the leader. And all for second place. Hello.
Target 32.6 plus 0.4.
Is Max doing the same?
Max's last lap 32.6.
I mean, so why you tell me 33.0?
Just target plus 0.4. Jobs are good.
We are pushing with other racing guys. But I have to do.
He's feeling suspicious there, isn't he? Why did he have to slow down then? If he's doing 32.6.
What's the fastest lap?
We are not concerned about that at the moment, Max.
Yeah, but I am.
Right, Kevin Magnussen's got ahead of Yuki Tsunoda. But Tsunoda's coming back at him again. Is Tsunoda just ahead? Yes, he is. Is Magnussen going to try down the inside? Yes, he is. Are they both going to lock up? Yes, they do. Kevin Magnussen, is he going to hold on to 10th place? Only just. Kevin Magnussen, it took him a few goes, but there you are. There is a World Championship point currently, but it ain't over yet, folks.
So there could be a possible 5-second penalty for Alonso end of the race. Gap 4.5.
For what though? No indication on our screens and our messages from race control as to what that might be.
Yeah, he's going for it. He's going for it. Verstappen trying to get the fastest lap. He's done the personal best of anybody actually in the first sector by some margin.
Sergio Perez on course to win from pole.
And it's a solid middle sector. It's not spectacular, but it's fast enough given the first sector he's already put in. Verstappen could well get that World Championship point.
This will be the first race that Sergio Perez has won with Max Verstappen in second place. He sees the checkered flag in his victory at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix for Sergio Perez tonight. It is another 1-2 finish though to match Bahrain for the Red Bull team. Perez beats Verstappen, who did what on the final lap, Martin Brundle?
A 1:31.906 and the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, as yet again then for Fernando Alonso for the second time already this season on the podium, providing he doesn't get a penalty. George Russell actually 5.1 seconds behind him. He did drop out of the 5-second zone.
Wicked job.
Wicked. Nice job, guys. Well done. Excellent result for the team.
Fantastic, Checo. Absolutely fantastic. Really, really amazing drive. That last stint was on fire. Well done, mate.
Well done, guys. It's been an awesome first 2 races. Let's keep it up. Let's keep pushing. Plenty of more fun to have.
But he doesn't lead the World Championship due to that fastest lap going to Verstappen.
Perez gets the chance to stand atop his car as a Grand Prix winner for the 5th time in his career. The first time since Monaco last season. Winning from pole position, Sergio Perez. Let's just have a look at the Fernando Alonso pit stop. Remember, he had a 5-second penalty where they weren't allowed to work on the car before that penalty had been served. The stewards are now looking in to whether Fernando Alonso served that penalty incorrectly or not. Was that rear jack touching the Aston Martin car or not, Martin Brundle?
It was.
It's all smiles for Aston Martin and Fernando Alonso. Back-to-back third-place finishes at the start of this season, but their night will end in the stewards' room before they can keep hold of that trophy. As it is, nothing was going to take the win away from Sergio Perez once he got past Fernando Alonso after a great battle at the start. His teammate Max Verstappen made his way from 15th to 2nd, picked up the fastest lap, keeps the championship lead. Red Bull continue to ride a crest of a wave.
So the fireworks going off here post the Rosewater. And that is 2 races done, and it does look ominous, doesn't it, for the rest of the teams on this grid, with Red Bull in that sort of form, with that sort of gap, second to 2 seconds ahead of the rest.